what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Stock Talk with your
Welcome
girl,
back.
Dr. E and David.
Hey.
Today we're going to hit the ground running, talking about gold,
Precious
silver,
metals.
and copper that has been hitting all-time highs due to so much uncertainty when it comes to the Feds. So instead of people jumping into the normal stocks, they know for certain that the precious metals are definitely going to hit.
Yeah, when it's a lot of uncertainty in the market, people flock to precious metals. Gold is always a good storage for people because it holds value in several different situations, as far as people wanting to wear it, as far as just people trusting in gold to hold it, to back things, and currency being backed by gold by different countries and everything. So when they're trying to get economic growth, a lot of countries like India, China, they're all running to gold to be. We're the only country I still don't get. Well, we're not backed by gold anymore, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
They're all running to gold just to boost backing against their dollar, their currency, to boost their currency more in the economic market. Then you got silver right now that's reaching the all-time high because of the AI boom, because of electric cars, because of and then again, because of the uncertainty in the market too. So everybody's flocking to metals, but silver and copper hold different values other than gold because they're used for everyday things that people need right now, as far as the big investors and even in the defense department and these certain sectors. So a lot of people are flocking to metals. Outside of the fact, investors are flocking to metals because the U.S. needs metals right now to keep up in the economic war that's going on right now, because China is way ahead of us and holding on to metals and stuff like that, and that's minerals and metals and things of the earth, and that's kind of like what we're trying. And another reason why we're going after Greenland, why we're going after these South American countries, because we need the minerals to keep up with China. So right now, it's just a lot of uncertainty in the market, and with us going after these different countries for these metals, it's a lot of unrest. Nobody really knows what's going on. So when times like this happen, people invest in metals. But the number one reason, outside of that, let's say the number two reason, that would be the number one. The number two is because the things that are going on with AI and all these other things right now, people need the silver. People need the copper. They need it to grow. The electric vehicles, they're not going anywhere. People are just making more electric vehicles. Matter of fact, we're moving away from the coal industry, which is kind of dead already. And, they're trying to use fuel and gas and petrol, but we're kind of going up of that too a little bit, you know what I mean? And people looking more towards solar panels. They also need to go, silver is also used in solar panels. It's used for so many different things. So people are trying to get away from the coal and gas industry and trying to get more to the precious metals to see, what they can get out of that. And with that comes growth in the metal sectors.
Right. So definitely there has been four top things that has been going on. Some of the key drivers behind this rally, just like what David said, we got the Feds and the monetary policies uncertainty. That's number one. Number two is the global and political tension and risk. And then number three, we got industrial demand when it comes to silver in particular, just like what David got them speaking about. And then we have number four, which is supply dynamics and structure factors that we all have to take in consideration when it comes to the precious metals, because there's only so much of them, right? So how could we go ahead and use this opportunity to jump in and hit the ground running so we are not missing out on the big boom with these precious metals? So we are going to go ahead.
Well, before you do, I just want to add everything. So metals are at an all-time high right now. So when you do get in there, do your due diligence and be very careful, because they're at an all-time high, which means they're going to come down a little bit and then go, it's the market. You know how it works. It's going to come down a little bit and then go back up. As it's doing this fluctuation, as the global situations are going on and everything's geopolitical unrest and all these things, you need to be careful of how you invest, unless you're long-term investing. Right. Long-term investing is absolutely great. But if you want to go in here and day trade out or swing trade out these gold and silver ETFs or whatever's, just be very cautious what you're doing. And this isn't advice. This is just, what we do. So
right. It's definitely just, we're not recommending anything.
Anything.
But if you are, especially like a scalper or a day trader, it may be a great opportunity for you, because you can watch the market literally minute by minute, second by second, to try to figure out, hey, what's going to happen today? What's going to happen today? Make sure you guys are checking the chart. I love a chart. So
Right.
make sure you guys are checking the chart. Check the 5 minute, 15 minute, the 4 hour, the 1 hour,
Yes.
and make sure that, hey, is it respecting these zones? Is it retesting these zones before you decide to jump in and make that play?
Because we're giving you what the news is saying and what's going on out here and everything that's happening, but that doesn't mean anything to the chart. The chart does what it wants to do.
Yes.
The news can be newsing all day long, but the chart is going to tell you what's actually going on.
Exactly, definitely. Even yesterday when they had some announcements going on, we definitely made sure that actually I didn't even know that some of the announcements were going on. I was just checking a chart. So when David was like, "Hey, the markets fell because such and such and Powell," and I'm just like, "Well, if you check a chart, it was gonna fall anyways."
No, yeah, it was at that. It was at that time.
Definitely.
Because QQQ and some of these markets are definitely going through a rinse and repeat. It's just a rinse and repeat, and you got to get on with the rinse and repeating.
Exactly, gotta get on. So we are going to go ahead and check a chart so you guys can take a look at, hey, is it worth jumping in? Is this just a good scalper move, a day trader move? If you don't have the temperament to do it,
Yes.
don't do it.
Yes.
Okay, but this is just a strategy that you can utilize while it's going up, so you can go ahead and join that train. Or going down, if you're using options, please go ahead and throw some puts in there.
And I promise you, we addressed this before, but right now is the time to go long term. Like we're looking at leaps for metals or just long term investing for metals. So you might want to do your due diligence of that at long term. That might be beneficial to everybody in this trading cycle right now.
Yeah, you could definitely do a long term play on metals, even though it is at all time high, so that is a risk. But if you did do one, I would do one for the length of time that for this president has in office, because I think there's always going to be some drama and some uncertainty in the market. So let's go ahead and jump to these charts, and we will take it from there. All right, you guys. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and go to the 4 hour chart. One of the indicators that I have up right now are the Bollinger Bands, okay? So since it is at all-time highs, I would, if I was taking this trade, I would take a line, put it from here to here. Because when you're not going off of all-time highs, you're only going off of, I think, this is where it's going. You don't know for certain. So you can only follow the trend of the actual trade. So right now, if you do decide to take this trade, they're right now at 425.96. The high for today, they may be able to get up to 430. This is now right here a resistance zone, since it decided to now come above it. Okay, so now you now have 2 days of resistance, since they now have went above this area. Now, once it taps back in this area, once it does hit this line, then you already know that hopefully, it will continue to push through within the next 2 or 3 days and make it to 431. Let me see what this looks like on a daily chart. And then when it does hit these areas, then that's when you were to break it down to maybe like a 5 minute chart or a 1 minute chart to figure out, hey, where is my entry going to be? But as you can see, last time that, well, actually, I'm sorry, let me go back to the 4 hour. So last time that it hit the area for the 4 hour chart, so last time that it hit the trend line, it came down from 418 and it came all the way down to 435. So I'm sorry, to 395. But as you can see, it was also resistance right here. So it was going to stop right here, regardless in anyways. So since it is at all-time highs, when it does hit a high point, it will fall. It was also at the top of the Bollinger Bands on this 4-hour chart as well. So it's definitely going to end up turning around and falling to either hit the Bollinger Band or go underneath it. If it goes underneath it, it's going to ride this area for a couple of days before it finds enough power. It's going to ride this area for a couple of days before it finds enough power to go ahead and go back up. But as you can see, if he was even in this trade where it hit this resistance at 395, so 395 to where it's at right now, which is 426, that would have been an amazing trade to be in. So make sure you are being very cautious as it is riding this trend line up, and just make sure you're taking your due diligence to pay attention, very close attention to the chart. Make sure you add on your triggers, your alerts, whatever you want to call them, so you know that, hey, I know when it gets right here, let me go ahead and put in an alert that it's going to possibly go back down in the other direction. But it will hit here first. It will stagger for a couple of days, and then it will continue to go down to the next best support zone. Um, to me, it'll be somewhere between 413 to 405. So just make sure you're doing your due diligence to figure out, hey, so when it did fall and it went across for a couple of days, it made a really good support zone. So even if it did fall, it will fall to around 405. But just continue to look at the supply and demand area, the support and resistance, and continue to follow the trend line up, especially when it's all-time highs. It's just best for you to it's the best guidance that you have. Other than putting in your Bollinger Bands, that kind of lets you know where it's going to go. But other than that, when it finally does fall back to the common area, which is where all the bands are, make sure your lines are up so you know where it's headed to next. All right.
Every market has its battle. The bull versus the bear. Momentum versus patience. Fear versus confidence. The Stock Journal helps you track the battle before you place the trade.
All right, you guys, we really hope you liked that video on gold, silver, and copper. Make sure you guys are doing your due diligence since it is at all-time highs, that you are checking a chart, okay?
Right.
Yes.
All-time highs are really cautious. You got to be really cautious when you get through that because you don't know exactly where to go after that. You could figure it out, but you know what I'm saying? Like we said, do your due diligence. It gets tricky. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It gets tricky once it gets to all-time highs.
Just make sure you understand your support zones, your resistance zones, and keep it simple. Don't try to overthink it. Like, hey,
Right.
it hit here, let me get out. Hey, it went there, let me get in. Like, just keep it simple. But make sure you guys are journaling and writing down everything. If you don't have a journal, we have one. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Tell
us what metals that you think are really good. What are you looking at? What do you think that's going to happen with the metal sectors?
Yeah, exactly. Let us know where you think that it's actually going. So, like in a couple months, where you think gold will end up. I would love to see it over $500. That would be
where do you think
amazing.
silver is going to take off to? Is it going to get to that $100, $200 mark? It's there at the $100 mark. It's going to get to 100. I guarantee you that. But how far in the hundreds will it go with everything going on? Like they're trying to take Greenland and turn it into this AI type billionaire city. Silver might be a part of that. Something to look into. That's another reason why they want Greenland. But something to look into. Seriously, keep your eye on the prize.
Exactly. So, and then also, if you're looking for a great community to join into, please feel free to join to our community. The first 7 days is absolutely free, so we can get your foundation down and figure out what you were trying to do and structure you so you are making gains over gains for the year of 2026.
But don't forget, if you want to know what type of trader you are, we got the AI tool down there. Take the test, figure out what kind of trader you are. That way we know how to approach it. We can go from there. And you'll know what type of trader you are. And then also,
So you're not jumping to a scalp or day trader type strategy we just gave you if you don't have the temperament for it.
Right. We'll just keep you
You don't
long
have the
term.
patience,
That's what.
you ain't
Yeah.
got the wisdom.
Because everybody don't. It's
And
not
not
for
everybody
everybody.
has the trigger finger.
Right.
Finger. No.
And that's a battle. That trigger finger is a battle. So don't,
yeah.
even if you're battling, don't feel bad about it. That's every trader's battle. That trigger finger.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Because let me tell you, when you buy a short term options contract, it kind of goes up a little bit higher than your normal, than your normal leap year contracts.
Yeah.
It goes up higher because you have so much. It has so much more going into it. Are you gonna be able to handle the volatility? And you need to be able to answer that before you jump in.
right, and the volatility market is really crazy right now. Volatility and uncertainty is going around right now. So just once again, we always keep saying be cautious.
Exactly. So take your DNA test, get your checklist. So before you jump in, you already know what you need to check in order for you to be successful. And of course, come back. Let us know what happened. We are so interested and we'll be so happy to see you win again.
Once again, journal. Get your journal.
Yeah, exactly. Get your journal. But anyways, till next time. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Keep trading.
Hey, you guys. We really hope you enjoyed that last episode.
And if you're really ready to keep transforming, go ahead and jump into that next lab episode. The one right here. Down here, the link right here.
It's probably over here.
Or there, or here. Link, click. Go ahead. You got it.